Oh, we lie. I said, oh, we lie. But let's get it then.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Bro, dead, bro. The one man show. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you singing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm coming down to you. I'm Leo the Lion. And I bring it. Wait for my intro. Then I'll go, yo. Well, like I said, yo, don't sing it, yo. Just bring it, yo. Don't sing it. Don't sing it, yo. Just bring it. Give me all you got, son. Take your best shot. You say your style's hot, I say it's not. You say you're coming through. Who you coming to see? Winnie the Pooh, you'll be the band. Woo woo. Those fake no street rhymes about your fictional crime. And please with your funky tales from the hood, yo. They might work on some. You're dealing with someone who's not impressed with that inner city mess. Yo, I know you ain't trying to make it better. Talk about that damn stuff like forever, yo. So just come on down to my part of town. Don't sing it, yo. Just bring it. Don't be in there. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. You think you're hard, you better be on guard. Cause I'm putting down the smack down. I'm putting down the smack down on you clowns. Yo, yo, don't sing it, yo. Just bring it. Don't talk that shit. You'll get your wig split. You don't know who you fucking with. Better get a grip, son. Don't wait until you slip. Yo. Yo, the spot is hot when I hit your block. Yo, the spot is hot when I hit your block. Yo, the spot is hot when I hit your block. But you suckers get dropped when I start to rock, yo. So when you suckers lean, I'm hitting the scene. You're not a gangster, you're more like a prankster. Stop flexing with your ugly mugs. Go push your funky drugs. Go guzzle a bud. Where the ladies at? Come show me some love. I don't wanna hit, I never needed that shit. So we just split. Let me sample that bush now on second thought. I'm better off on my own. I go off to the county zone to find a real bitch that won't fuck with nothing from the ghetto. So keep your silly hoe. Just let me throw. Go get hot and stay out my face. Oh, I put you in your place. You know mercy to the real race. Oh, back to the song. Yo. I see you brothers taking the stars by taking shortcuts to reach your books. But who's raising your kids while you doing your bits? You don't want to think about that, do you? You ain't hard, yo, cause I see right through you. You say you ain't scared of nothing. Well, that's a fucking lie. You're scared of hard work. Your dumb asses don't even try. But you'll spend hours trying to scam your hard-working neighbors who are playing. You live the wrong the next man. You're a leech, a biter, a big lumber undertaker. Wanna meet your maker? I don't play, so don't come my way. And if you do, yo, don't sing it. Just bring it. Don't be inept. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. You think you're hard, you better be on guard. Cause I'm putting down a smack down. I'm putting down a smack down on you clowns. Yo, yo, yo. Don't sing it, yo. Just bring it. Yo, I'm Daryl. Remember the name, I got skills. That's why I never sound the same. I don't look up for no one. I'm going to be a major player in this game. When I'm done, don't agree, well, fuck you. That's fine with me. Yo, I got plans. I got fans. I don't need you, but you keep hovering around me. Gawking, hawking, why you stalking me? It's almost better to say you would get away. So stop peeking, yo. Stop geeking. Stop worrying about what I'm doing this weekend. But yo, but know this. Flexing you have to deal with. These two fists are nice, but I won't think twice about flicking your wig.
You dig?
I don't push kilos, I bring the power of the flow. Sweat like you know it'll get taken out. Yo, I gotta stand out for something. If you're not, then you're dead like a zombie.
Bum, 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 bum.
To a T. Yo, you can't fuck with me, so back up or get slapped up. Step up and
Bum,
try your
bum,
luck.
bum,
Yo, don't sing it, yo. Just bring it. Don't be in that. Don't let your mouth bring it till your ass can't cash. You think you're hard, you better be on guard. Cause I'm putting down the smack down.
What?
I'm putting down the smack down on you clowns, yo. Yo, don't sing it, yo.
Just bring it. Bring it. Bring it.
Yo,
Bring it.
yo,
Bring
it's
it.
time to get
Bring it.
serious. Yo, it's time to get serious. Yo, yo, I hear you sighing, but am I lying? You whine, you bitch, but you're the one still buying that bullshit. If it's hitting home, everyone that you buy the chrome, the flat.
I don't have it.
But that shit of stuff is old, so you get it all over again. Makes it something you can't win. No matter how much stuff you accumulate, the man switches up to generate more profit. Tell you the same jump with the variation, you just gobble it up, go figure. How does platinum people guns trigger? It doesn't, so that's my point. Moving on to a new subject. I got a plan, but I need a hand from my brothers. Once we can support each other, united front, we can put our resources together, make our neighborhoods better. Create jobs, all who need it. Our problems are hard, but we can beat it. We need a leader like Martin Luther or Malcolm X. Don't use drugs and have sex. Intern, what people ever learn. I pick up the paper and feel rage. Every time with a page, yo, I'm ready to rage, yo.
So don't sing it, yo. Just bring it.
Don't be a net. Don't let your mouth write a check, let your ass can't cash. You think you're hard, you better be on guard, cause I'm putting down a smack down. I'm putting down a smack down on you clowns. Yo, sing it, yo. Don't bring it. Rodero. Time for the breakdown.
We on the keyboard, let's get it.
You wish you could hit like this.
But see, we on the drums, we on the bass, we on everything. Come on now. Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to the show. Y'all know I hate to come with some bad news. But y'all know I've been leaving this person alone. I ain't said nothing about the person. Just left him alone. I'm trying to get this e-bike thing going. It would be nice if somebody would actually buy one. I haven't talked to the seller. I don't think anybody bought one yet. They're a good deal. Nobody won't buy either one of the e-bikes. But I'm trying to focus on that instead of, getting on here embarrassing somebody. But that person don't have nothing to do. I didn't say nothing when the person called themselves not copying, but instead of showing news clips, it's showing car crashes. We used to do that 2 years ago. I didn't say nothing. I said, hey, she leave me alone. I'll leave her alone. I'm doing my thing. Let her do her thing. Well, check out what I just got, y'all. And I shouldn't even be giving no time to this, but these people ain't got nothing better to do. Check that out. Hi, the Honorable Brother Derek. Y'all know that the channel that I named after her, I changed it to the Honorable Brother Derek. Like you say, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. I changed it to the Honorable Brother Derek. I took all the videos off the channel. There are no videos on that channel. Yet, she was able to flag a video that's not there and get it took down. It's not there. I thought, maybe R.E. was stretching the truth. This is the second time that she's been able to flag a video that wasn't animal. I don't know what's going on with her and YouTube, but it's some shenanigans going on, and we're going to leave it alone because we ain't got time. I just wanted to show y'all, because I went and clicked the link for the video. The video ain't there. It wasn't there before. It wasn't on private. I deleted the videos. How can you flag a video as private? I mean, it's not even there. That's deleted. That's all I'm saying. How do you flag a video that's not there? How do you flag a video that's not there anymore? That's the second time she done it. Why is she still flagging? I haven't bothered her. But see, that shows you ain't got nothing better to do. Let's get to our show. We don't need to beef for content. But when we do beef, we tear everybody up. But we don't need to do it. That's the difference. We don't need to do it. Random says she's saving the links to your videos. That's how she does that. Nia says yes, they can be flagged, so as long as the link is available. Random Prince says if she provides YouTube with a link to the video, she can flag without seeing the video. And it's deleted? Well, they sure is stupid. Well, all right, y'all. Let's not talk her up, cause I hadn't gave her much thought. I've been trying to do my own thing, cause like I said, I don't need her for content. You know, I'm already mad at myself because I let myself be drawn into a battle with her buddy. And like I said, the only reason why I said anything was because I felt bad. Because R.E. kept inviting me up on the panel. And she was like, well, I guess he ain't with me no more. He don't like me no more. So I felt bad. And I just came in and said, hey, I'm doing my own thing. I'm trying to be a spokesman for an e-bike company. I'm trying to get them to send me e-bikes to try out. And I got attacked and got rolled right back in. I said, no. Because what they're going to do is they're going to try to come after the e-bike channel. But they keep forgetting I got 24 channels. I can just make another channel, the e-bike channel. I get the same views no matter what channel I go on. So, doesn't bother me. I get the same views no matter what channel I go on. So, you think by knocking down the channel that you hurt me? We got 80 subscribers on the e-bike channel already. Let that marinate. I think we only got like 7 videos on there. Coronavirus cases. So we're going to do yesterday because it's too early to do today. We're going to do yesterday. 32,876,948. How many people have succumbed to the virus so far? 586,647. Let's take a second, y'all, and bow our heads. Hey, it's 11:30 in the morning, so I ain't got to be quiet. I can do it the way I want to. Oh, yeah. We're going to have fun with this. So we're going to have to go back to yesterday. Because we all know that California knows how to party in the city called Watts, where the COVID and the gangs, that's all they got. I'm talking about California in the city of L.A., where half the girls and guys are gay. Hey, I'm talking about California. I meant to do one for San Francisco. California. 2,752 new cases. They lost 22 people yesterday. They still got 1,687,000 infected. Let's two-step our way on down to Texas, the Lone Star State. Let's bust through the gate. They got 3,342 new cases. They lost 17 people. They got 89,000 infected. Let's get on down here to the Sunshine State, Florida. 3,513 new cases. They lost 62 people. They got 410,000 still infected. That's still the place where my Miami Heat play. That's all I do like about Florida. Yeah. New York, New York. You're a native New Yorker. You're a native New Yorker. They got 3,440 new cases yesterday. They lost 38 people. They got 579,500 still infected. Illinois, Chirac. They got 2,137 new cases. They lost 4 people. I'm sorry. They only lost 4. Once I can do that so early. 108,513 still walking around infected though. Georgia. I got Georgia on my mind. I caught the midnight train to Georgia. And I'm bringing the COVID that I caught in California. 812 new cases. They lost 34 people yesterday. They got 182,000 infected almost. Ohio. They got 1,400 new cases yesterday, but they lost none. They got 37,000 infected though. New Jersey, 1,558 new cases. They lost 19 people. They got 192,000 infected. Ain't nothing finer than the mountain ranges of North Carolina. They got 1,334 new cases. They lost 37 people. They got 25,500 infected. Michigan, what up though? They got 3,540 new cases of the virus. They lost 37 people. They got 274,000 infected. Arizona, 750 new cases yesterday, but they lost none. They got 19,000 infected though. Tennessee, 530 new cases. They lost 6 people. They got 13,000 infected. Indiana, I said, ooh-wee, somebody better find my hookah. They got 682 new cases. They lost 6 people also. They got 24,000 infected in Indiana. Massachusetts, 881 new cases. They lost 12 people. They got 29,500 infected. Virginia, 719 new cases. They lost 15 people. They got 590,000 infected. Wisconsin, 367 new cases of the coronavirus. And they lost none. They got 8,900 infected though. Missouri, or should I say Missouri, 316 new cases. And they lost none. They got 63,000 walking around infected though. Ain't nothing finer than the coastal lines of South Carolina. 530 new cases reported yesterday. They only lost 3. No active stats. Minnesota, 1,197 new cases. They lost 10 people. They got 15,000 infected. Can I say it? Alabama. I can do better than that. I said Alabama. They got 217 new cases, but they only lost 1. They got 183,500 infected. Colorado, or should I say Colorado, 1,011 new cases. They lost 19 people. They got 114,000 infected. Louisiana, 891 new cases. They lost 6 people, no active stats. Oklahoma, 262 new cases, and they lost none. They got 10,500 infected, though. It's time to go to my state. Because we know with these numbers, ain't nobody caroling in my state of Maryland. I said, ain't nobody caroling in my state of Maryland. They got 557 new cases. They lost 9 people. They got 425,000 infected. Oh, shucky ducky, it's time to go to Mitch McConnell's state of Kentucky. 211 cases they picked up. They lost 10 people. They got 383,500 infected. Washington State, 2,392 new cases. They lost 21 people yesterday. They got 205,000 infected almost. Quick draw, McGraw. Let's go to Utah. They got 246 new cases, but they only lost 1. They got 8,500 infected, though. Iowa. 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 264 new cases of the coronavirus, and they lost none. They got 42,000 infected, though. Connecticut, 2,167 new cases. They lost 19 people. They got 36,500 infected. The fake Kansas, Arkansas, 63 new cases reported, but they only lost 2. They got 1,800 infected. Nevada, 280 new cases reported yesterday. They lost 11 people. They got 17,000 still infected. You got M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. I said Mississippi, 212 new cases. They only lost 3. They got 4,700 infected, though. It's time to go to Kansas, y'all. Where's Dorothy and Toto at? Well, they not here, so we're going to have to do it for them. Come on, let's sneeze on down the road. Achoo! Let's sneeze on down the road. Achoo! When you got the COVID, you can't carry no load. Come on, let's sneeze on down the road. No stats for Kansas today. Nebraska, 100 new cases reported, and they lost none. They got 48,000 almost infected. New Mexico, we can do better than that. I said New Mexico. New Mexico, 209 cases reported yesterday of the COVID-19. They only lost 3. They got 15,000 infected, though. Idaho, 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 321 new cases reported. They only lost 3. They got 78,500 infected. Oregon, 621 new cases. They only lost 1. They got 22,000 infected. West Virginia, 289 new cases reported yesterday, and they lost none. They got 7,100 infected, though. It's time to roll that R. Y'all ready to roll that R? I said Rhode Island. We can do better than that. Come on, y'all. We can do better than this. I said Rhode Island. 100 new cases reported yesterday, and they only lost 3. They got 135,500 infected on that island, though. That's not good. South Dakota, 94 new cases. They only lost 2. They got 1,800 infected, though, in South Dakota. It's time to go watch Tito Santana wrestle in the raggedy state of Montana. 14 new cases reported, and they lost none. They got 965 people infected in Montana. North Dakota, 121 new cases, and they lost none. They got 1,000 people infected, though. Delaware, I said Delaware. 237 new cases reported yesterday. They only lost 1. They got 9,000 people infected, though. New Hampshire, 114 new cases. They only lost 2. They got 2,700 people infected. Alaska, 83 new cases, and they lost none. They got 8,400 infected. It's a pain to live in Maine. It's so plain mundane, 'cause everything looks the same. Oh, it's so boring, it's bound to leave you snoring. It's a pain, a strain to live in Maine. I said it's so boring, it's bound to leave you snoring. It's a pain to live in Maine. 229 new cases of the coronavirus, and they lost none. No active states. No active stats. Wyoming. 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 122 new cases reported yesterday, and they lost none. They got 410 people infected there, though. District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., they reported 55 cases, and they lost none. They got 13,000 infected. Oh, it's time to go to that island. Excuse me, Hawaii 5-0. My voice cracked on me. 67 new cases, and they lost none. No active stats, though. Vermont, not hard country. Dun 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 dun. Not hard country, Vermont. 41 new cases of the coronavirus reported yesterday, but they lost none. They got 3,000 infected, though. It's time to roll that R. We almost done, y'all. Whew, it's time to roll that R. Puerto Rico. We can do better than that. Y'all gonna help me? I think we can do better than that. I said Puerto Rico. 1,415 new cases, but they only lost 1. They got 138,000 infected in Puerto Rico. Let's go to the little place called Guam. They picked up 8 cases yesterday, and they lost none. They got 65 people infected. The United States Virgin Islands, they picked up 10 cases yesterday, but they lost none. They got 67 people infected. No stats for the Maria Islands. No stats for American Samoa. Hey, we got the military, and good news. U.S. military, 1,841 new cases, but they lost none. But we got 15,500 soldiers infected. Speaking of soldiers, what about the old soldiers? Well, they picked up 106 new cases, the veterans did, but they only lost 4. They got 4,400 infected, though. No stats for the federal prisons. No stats for the Navajo Nation. Let's do our totals. So far, we know that there's 32,875,045 people that have caught the coronavirus. How many people caught it yesterday? 47,456. How many people have died so far in this battle with the CV? 586,611. How many people died yesterday? How many people died yesterday from the coronavirus? 455. How many people that we know of in these here United States is walking around infected? 6,812,645 United States citizens are known to be walking around with the coronavirus. Whew. And we are done. Whew. All right. Let me catch my breath here. we were doing a Hawaii 5-0. My daggone voice cracked. Whew. Whew. Nia says the numbers remain high. Nia says 2 countries are having record cases. Hospitals bursting at the seams. Yeah, India, what's the other one? I know India having a hard time. But with them sitting there doing them, what do you call it? With they doing all that scamming, they need to get hard. Yeah, India one of them. What's the other one? You said 2 countries. I know India is one of them. They ain't doing nothing about them scammers. Karma is a bee. All that money they stealing, how come they can't get no virus with that money? That's all I'm saying. Let's see what's going on with the news. Wait a minute. Dallas woman killed during a takeover.
Happy Mother's Day.
Knew that was a commercial.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
A mother who was also a grandmother is dead. She is the victim of a shooting that happened during a street racing event in Dallas.
Surveillance video shows a crowd running from the gunfire. Dallas police say they do not yet know who pulled the trigger, but Lynetta Washington was struck by a bullet that may not have even been aimed at her. Fox 4's David Santoso live tonight with the story. David.
Well, Heather and Steve, no arrests have been made and police are not saying what led to the shooting. Tonight, however, people are saying they believe the punishment for street racing and some of these vehicle takeover events needs to become more severe. A group of people running from a deadly street racing scene Sunday night. It's near Duncanville Road and West Ledbetter Drive in South Dallas. Police say someone started shooting a gun. Lynetta Washington was killed.
She's just watching some people racing, and all of a sudden they just started shooting.
Angel Durr is the 54-year-old's daughter. Her mother lived nearby. She believes her mother walked toward the takeover event to see what was going on. Police believe she may have been hit by a stray bullet. She was found dead at the scene.
My 18-year-old brother and sister, who are still in high school, actually were at the crime scene, and they're the ones that told me. My mom was adopted. We already don't know how she really got her start, and so to not know how she died on top of it is just... it's just really hard, so...
Street racing and takeover events are a continuing problem in Dallas.
The numbers are extremely high.
The police department launched street racing initiatives to target racing and stunting a couple years ago. They result in dozens of weekly arrests and citations. This weekend alone, 174 people got a ticket. 35 were arrested.
But it continues to be a problem.
Jennifer Staubach Gates is chair of Dallas City Council's Public Safety Committee. She and some colleagues are pushing for a street racing bill with bipartisan support that's making its way to the floor of the Texas House. If passed, it'll allow authorities to seize certain vehicles involved in street racing. And this isn't limited just to one area of Dallas, right?
No, we see it all over throughout the city. We're making arrests of individuals here that have been associated with incidences in San Antonio.
Police need info on the person responsible for Sunday night's deadly takeover.
And if you know something or you know people that race in that area, like, just be honest and just, like, put this to rest so we can all sleep.
Durr says she will not be able to rest.
This is like how you make superheroes. So, like, I'm at the point where I will find you if you don't come forward.
Until someone is held accountable.
Do the right thing. That's all we're asking for.
Again, no arrests have been made. Police are asking anyone who might have information about what happened or potentially any cell phone video from the scene to reach out to them, give Crime Stoppers a call. Heather, Steve, back to you.
All right, honey latte.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
Oh, it's
Oh, Lord.
Are you serious?
What are they doing?
The place I'm by myself.
You gonna make me, you still gonna play it. They doing whatever they want to do. I'm trying to get rid of it, and they're just jumping back. Like what I said don't mean nothing. I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to piss some people off, and too bad. Tell me I'm wrong. If them kids got the money to buy all them cars, why you won't let them open up a raceway? Why you won't let them open up a raceway where they can go race and have trained people there to oversee them? Because apparently they got nothing else better to do. Apparently they got nothing else better to do. They got too much money and nothing else better to do. Why not go ahead and let them be real race car drivers and open up a track? Let them take their money and pool it together and let them open up tracks so they can go race and act a damn fool and have somebody there to make sure that they do it safely. Why is that so hard to do instead of getting tickets and trying to make money off of it? Why don't you let them open up a track and then you can make money off the taxes? How come nobody ain't thought of that? I'm just asking the question. How come nobody thought of that? Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't need to play this.
At 6.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Bob Mueller. New tonight, a Nashville woman is speaking out tonight from her hospital bed, unable to walk. Less than 24 hours after receiving her second dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, she was unable to move from the neck down. As News 2's Alex Dennis shows us, she is encouraging others to advocate for their health.
It's just like the worst nightmare I can ever imagine.
Brandy Parker McFadden is confined to her hospital bed at Vanderbilt.
Can you walk right now? No, I can't walk.
Less than 24 hours after receiving her second Pfizer COVID shot, she explains she lost her ability to move.
I'm scared to go.
Down.
I thought maybe, if anything, I'd probably get like flu-like symptoms.
Maybe I should take a cab there. Maybe I shouldn't ride the bike.
But I never in a million years.
Maybe I should take a cab there and not ride the bike.
It's getting up and go to the bathroom, or get up and walk to the other side of the room, or stand up and hug my kids.
The usually active mother of 3 is speaking out, not with the intent of causing fear.
I'm not saying don't get your vaccine. I'm just saying that COVID is really real.
And still really new, she continues, including the vaccine, which is why she feels any possible adverse side effect should be investigated, even if it is extremely rare.
There's been, I don't know how many people have been vaccinated and have been fine, right? But we have to tell everything. Otherwise, we will get nowhere in this thing of COVID.
Brandy advocates for women's health on a daily basis. Following a diagnosis of epilepsy, she created a nonprofit called My Epilepsy Story. Now her fight has shifted from her hospital room, warning of other women with similar symptoms to hers.
We do know there's been a couple of cases, a couple other women, but those women did not have epilepsy.
She applauds the investigation into the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which involved 6 women and rare blood clots, and she's hoping research will be done into these cases of paralysis.
This is why I say we need government funding and NIH for all these things.
Her husband James is also encouraging anyone with rare reactions to speak up.
This is something that is personally affecting our family and us, but this is bigger than us.
In the meantime, Brandy is focused on the positive.
I have gotten some movement in my toes, which is great.
She will start intensive physical therapy this week. Alex Dennis, News 2.
We reached out to Pfizer. The company spoke to us by phone. They said they are closely monitoring side effects and released a statement, which reads in part, to date, more than 200 million people around the world have been vaccinated with our vaccine. It is important to note that serious adverse events that are unrelated to the vaccine are unfortunately likely to occur at a similar rate as they would in the general population.
And Doug.
I don't understand, why is YouTube doing this? Why is... I didn't ask you for this. What are you doing?
Excuse me, ma'am. Did you know that Liberty...
I hit the back button 5 times. It's doing what it wanted to do. That's crazy. I'm telling y'all right now, yeah, Moderna is 2 parts. The 4th or the 5th. I forgot which one. I gotta look at the card. It's the 4th or the 5th. I don't know. You think I should take a cab there? Because I know what you're saying. Okay, it's only been with the Johnson & Johnson. It's only been with the Pfizer. While the Johnson & Johnson had problems, the Pfizer had problems. Guess what? It's time for the Moderna. And chances are, they waiting for me. Chances are they waiting for me. I'm going to walk in there and be carried out. Okay, well, you saw I had problems with my arm when I got the first shot. I wasn't even able to carry 2 light trash bags. What's going to happen with the second shot? Hold on, Nia dropped the link in there. Copy link address. Are they going to let us do it? Oh, they ain't letting us do it. Okay. All right, then let's go in to the Hangouts. Let's go to Liz and send Liz something. Yeah. It's still saying studio. That's the problem. All right, now let's see if we can click it. Where it's taking us. No, it's still bringing us back. Can you send the link by email? Now, oh, hold on. Breaking news 2 hours ago. Breaking news.
And right now, off the top of 10, exclusive new details tonight on the murder of a pregnant teen in Prince George's County. 3 people are under arrest in the killing of Jalen Quinones.
But police tell us there could be more. Fox 5's Lindsay Watts is live in Upper Marlboro with
She
the
looked
interview
dead in
and
the face.
surveillance video you'll only see here.
Angie and Jim, police tell me this is still an active case. You can see in the surveillance video that minutes before this shooting, the 2 young victims are socializing with this group of people, even hugging somebody in that crowd. And police say the gunman is right there. They got him, but say they're still looking for who else may have been involved.
At this point, we're still investigating what exactly people knew and what their roles were.
Homicide Lieutenant Shane Goudreau going one-on-one, providing new insight on a brazen shooting that left a pregnant woman dead and her baby girl in critical condition. Surveillance video showing how many people were there when it happened.
You know, we're looking at the video and trying to identify certain people, and our goal is to figure out who knew what when.
He says this is Jalen Quinones. She and her 17-year-old friend initially walked right by the group of people, but here you see them coming back to say hello.
We're still investigating exactly what led them to turn around and come back.
Police say the man believed to be the father of Jalen's baby, Michael Johnson, is here with his brother Malik. Investigators say after the women walk away, Malik fires multiple shots down Southern Avenue. The teen who survived telling police it was Michael who had threatened before to kill both her and Jalen because he believed he wasn't the baby's father. For now, he's charged as an accessory to murder, and police say the only people arrested from this group are Michael and Malik.
She had her entire life ahead of her, you know, to lead, and it was taken away by somebody who knew her specifically and knew she was pregnant and decided to take out a gun and pull that trigger and shoot at a pregnant girl in broad daylight.
Malik is facing a list of 17 charges, including first-degree murder.
She was a good girl. She didn't do anything wrong.
Some of Jalen's friends say they know the people arrested.
It's just crazy how it happened. The whole situation is crazy.
Because she was literally just with us February for my birthday. So it was like, that was our last time seeing her.
Investigators say the third person arrested, Bianca McDuffie, booked a hotel room for the brothers after the fact and let them hide out at her D.C. home. We've told you how homicides here in the county have doubled this year over last year, and the lieutenant I spoke to said the trend they're seeing is personal and domestic disputes that turn deadly. Back to you.
I'm trying to figure out where they are because we have a Prince George's County. We have a Prince George's County. Nia says, geez, death is the punishment for not fathering unborn babies. 3 lives gone. Daggone shame. Oh, this man full of crap. Let's see what he talking about, y'all. It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy.
Believe who this is coming from. Very unexpected. So yeah, we're gonna jump right in. We got several different things to cover. Don't forget to hit the like button for us, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates on the new upcoming rounds of stimulus.
You got to tell us that every video.
People have been commenting in the comments section, where is our IRS refund? Where is our IRS refund? We filed our taxes 2 months ago or more, and we're still waiting on our IRS refund. Yeah, to say the IRS is a little behind would be an understatement. In fact, the IRS is holding over 29 million unprocessed tax returns, delaying returns for many low and middle income Americans. At least 8 million tax returns have been placed in suspense under an IRS employee manual review. Quote, as one would expect, IRS employees are stretched thin working through manual processing of these over 29 million tax returns. So if a taxpayer's return is pulled for manual processing, there will be delays. At least 8 million returns have been placed in, quote, suspense until an IRS employee can manually review them to ensure the taxpayers have received the fully promised stimulus check and possibly even the $10,200 unemployment tax credit. IRS officials are also calculating the earned income tax credit and the child tax credit, 2 tax credits for lower income Americans that were expanded in the third stimulus check package. Remember, the third stimulus check package has increased the child tax credit to $3,000 for children from ages 6 through 17 and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. And the IRS is going to begin monthly stimulus checks to pay this out. $250 per month for children over the age of 6, $300 per month for children under the age of 6, and then a one lump sum for the other half of the first half of the money for the first half of this year, because you didn't get any checks from January through June. As they're setting up this IRS portal up for July, you will then get the other half of the money, $1,500 for children over the age of 6 when you get your tax refund from this year, as well as $1,800 for any children under the age of 6. The new stimulus proposal, the American Families Plan, one of the next 2 stimulus packages, or the infrastructure and stimulus package they're working on right now, is rumored to have a increase of the child tax credits all the way until 2025. Now remember that the past year, this 2020
and
year
that's where the money
passed,
is.
there was a tax credit for $2,000, and that has been $2,000 since the Republicans actually gave that to you in 2017 with the Trump tax cuts. More on that a little later. Don't forget that there is also an adult earned income tax credit that I have a whole video about, and you can check that out in the description of this video and watch that video after this if you think you might qualify for that. The adult tax credit is up to $6,600 for just 1 year. Oh, and by the way, today is our son Julian's birthday, who is turning 3 years old today. Well, he is now 3 today. I will have him on a couple episodes later today, so don't miss out on our videos coming out later today at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The state of West Virginia is launching an interesting stimulus program that will give $100 savings bonds to residents under the age of 35 who will go and get the vaccine. I want you to let me know your thoughts on this, because this is an interesting thing, and I wonder if this will happen in more states. West Virginia Governor Jim Justice, who is actually a Republican, announced on Monday that any West Virginian aged 16
That's why I can't watch him no more.
Who will get back.
That's a brand new 1,000 monthly stimulus checks. He ain't talked about nothing. Everything else but that. He talking about everything else but that. He went from talking about the stimulus, now he trying to cover the news. It's ridiculous. People come to you to hear about the stimulus. Oh, man, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Yeah, that's a long link. All right, this is Nia's link. Will they still block it? Yeah, they still blocked it there. Wait a minute, let me try it again. All right, hold on. Let me try it again. There we go. All right, this one there. I see the 15 seconds. That mean commercial. Well, you know, wherever it's rich people, you gotta have poor people. There's poor people wherever you go.
PRC2, Houston's home for news.
This is something KPRC2 investigates has been tracking for months now. Cars, crowds, and chaos in neighborhoods all across the Houston area.
We're talking about street racing in parking lot meetups that are not only loud and destructive, but dangerous as well. And last night, one of those gatherings was deadly.
2 spectators killed in a street racing crash right off 290 in West Little York. Our senior reporter Phil Archer live with that story tonight. Phil?
Well, according to police and witnesses, Sunday evening, more than 100 cars packed this parking lot for a car meet. And when it was over, not everyone went home. Some of those drivers took over the feeder road and began racing. That ended with 2 dead and a teenager clinging to life tonight at the hospital. Roaring engines and squealing tires left 2 dead and a teenager clinging to life. It began as a car club auto meet, but when it ended at 8:30 last night, some stayed behind to show off their cars and to race illegally. The action spilling out into the freeway feeder road. Arnie Cardona says he came for the cars, not the racing.
I'm always looking for car meets just to chill, not like to go out and do stuff like this.
A yellow Camaro, driven by 22-year-old Andrew Mock, raced another car in what's called a flyby. Its speeds topping over 100 miles an hour as spectators lined the road. It ended violently when the second car careened into the crowd.
He collided with that car, struck it, sent it into the pedestrians. He struck at least 3 of them. 2 of them are now dead.
One of them, 35-year-old Roger Glover, was killed outright as Keaton Odoricio and scores of others watched.
It was honestly not too much that we could do. We just had to wait for paramedics to arrive and just prayers go out to them and their families.
2 teenagers were also run down and hospitalized. One was later pronounced dead, the other still in critical condition. It's the latest, deadliest example of illegal street racing, which police say has become epidemic in Harris County. And they warn those who continue to engage in it risk losing their lives, their freedom, and their cars. Mock is in jail tonight. He's charged with 2 counts of manslaughter, 1 count of reckless driving. He could face up to 60 years in prison if he's convicted. Also, the family of Roger Glover has started a GoFundMe account to try to help defray his funeral expenses. Reporting live in Northwest Harris County, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
All right, thank you.
That damn shame. I got it to work. We saw it. And now we supposed to feel sorry. Whoa, he got 1.5 thousand. See, you can do this. This is an older model. The PC100. He got 1.5 thousand views. That's why I said if I can get them to start sending me bikes, I can start reviewing them. It would really, we would really pick up. Exposition, what is that?
Have you been told you can't get high speed?
What is the exposition shooting now?
And a very busy one at that. It is Tuesday, April 27th. I want to welcome you to CBS 2 News this morning at 6 and streaming on CBS in Los Angeles. I'm DeMarco Morgan.
And I'm Suzanne Marquez. We have an update on breaking news we've been following all morning long. A series of shootings in Exposition Park and a police standoff ended in Orange County. Police say the gunman randomly shot 3 people at 3 different locations in Exposition Park. USC alerted the community to stay out of the area after the shooting started shortly before 1 o'clock this morning. So far, we know 2 people have died. The 3rd victim has minor injuries. And the gunman also reportedly fired at but missed several other bystanders.
Well, Suzanne, that suspect also fired at officers during a police pursuit that ended in Anaheim. This is a live look right here at the scene on the westbound side of the 91 freeway near Raymond Avenue. CBS 2's Kara Fincham is live at the scene with a look at how it all ended. Kara, what a wild morning.
It has been a crazy morning. Sadly, a number of people have died. At this point, we don't know. We're waiting for confirmation from police as to whether the suspect may have been shot, may have shot himself, and what that suspect's condition is. Let's get right to a closer look of the scene here on the 91 freeway, which, as you just mentioned, is where all of this ended. SWAT officers, detectives remain out here. We did see an ambulance that was brought in leave earlier this morning. No lights and sirens. We don't know whether the suspect was in it. We also have some video that shows the suspect in his SUV during the standoff with police. Officers say he was wanted in 3 shootings, 2 of them deadly. We have video as well of that early morning chase. LAPD officers pursuing the suspect, who they considered armed and dangerous. As you mentioned, it is believed that he fired a number of times during the chase. That chase went onto the 60 and 57 freeways before ending on the 91 right here on the border of Anaheim and Fullerton. All right, take a look. Officers did corner the suspect's vehicle. They worked for more than an hour to get him to surrender, reportedly using loudspeakers at one point. He reportedly also rolled up and down his windows, continued moving around in the car. Ultimately, we did hear a series of bangs and pops before officers moved in. Authorities reportedly throwing tear gas into the vehicle. We could see the front and side windows were shattered. Here's part of what we heard just before the standoff appeared to end. DeMarco, Suzanne, still quite a scene out here this morning. The other big concern as all of this unfolded was traffic. Lots of folks hadn't heard about this before heading out the door. There were lots of cars, trucks coming through this very busy area, part of their morning commute, and officers were trying to clear them out of the area as this unfolded for their own safety. So behind us right now, we do know a number of officers remain in place, finalizing their investigation, gathering any remaining evidence, but everything appears to have ended as far as the standoff and the danger has passed. Just trying to clear everything up and button things up. Back to you.
And waiting to learn the condition of that suspect as well. Kara, thank you very much for that update. We appreciate it.
Meanwhile, police believe the suspect is connected to shootings at 3 different spots in Exposition Park. The first happened at Figueroa and Exposition, with 1 victim shot several times. The second at a Starbucks drive-thru at Figueroa and 28th. 1 person waiting in line was killed. At the third at Figueroa and 7th, a driver was killed as well.
And our CBS 2's Tina Patel is live outside of that Starbucks where 1 person was killed. Tina, what do you have for us?
Well, investigators are inside the Starbucks right now, we believe, with employees and also family members of the man that was killed. His vehicle is still in the drive-thru. They have now put a tent and cover over it. We do not know if he is still in the car or not. We've not seen the coroner come just yet. Let's show you a little bit of video from earlier this morning. As you said, this was the second of 3 shootings that took place right around 1 a.m. And we do believe right now that these shootings were random. I had a chance to speak with family members of the man who was killed here at the Starbucks. They said he lived in the area. He was in his early 20s. They believe he was just going and getting a drink. They don't believe that the suspect came and knew him, that this was just a random attack. Shortly after the one here, as we said, another man in an Escalade down on Figueroa and 7th Street in the downtown area, he was shot in his vehicle. And we have now learned that there was a 3rd shooting shortly before these 2 down in Figueroa and Exposition. That driver was not injured, but we could see from video that it appears his windows were shattered and he was in the vehicle at the time when the shooting occurred. Now, as we come back out here live, investigators are trying to piece this together, figure out exactly why the suspect was in this area and why he may have opened fire when he did. As we said, this is an area that's close to USC, and they have put an alert out letting people know about the police activity at these 2 different crime scenes and asking people to avoid the area if possible this morning while investigators do their work. That's the very latest here in Exposition Park. We'll send it back to you.
And Tina, earlier you reported that that victim may have had a relative that worked at that Starbucks.
Yes, we are told that the young man who was killed here, that his sister actually is an employee at the Starbucks. Now, the family didn't know if she was working this shift and was here at the time, but we have been told that the whole family kind of lives in this area. They're very familiar with this. And of course, this is the last thing that they could think of happening here. We don't know exactly how many other people were working or were at the Starbucks at the time of the shooting, but unfortunately, it just seems like they were there at the wrong time when this driver just happened to come by and decide to open fire.
All right, Nia got a link for us, y'all. Hold on.
Thank you, Rich. Happening today, President Biden expected to announce new CDC guidelines about wearing masks, especially outdoors.
Newsroom reporter Ashley Harding is live this morning. And Ashley, sources say the update could also involve vaccinations.
Possibly. Melanie and Bruce, good morning to you both. We will not have all the details until the president speaks, but sources do say we could find out today if people who are fully vaccinated will still need to wear masks while outdoors. I'll step out of the way and just show you right here. We are live from the federal vaccination site right here at Gateway. This is just one of the many locations around Northeast Florida where people are going to get vaccinated. Now, current CDC guidelines show that fully vaccinated people should still wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart from others while out in public. Also, when gathering with people who are not vaccinated from more than one other household, and when visiting an unvaccinated person who is at a greater risk of severe illness or death from COVID-19. Now, here's something interesting. A November review in the Journal of Infectious Diseases found that the odds of viral transmission are nearly 19 times greater indoors than outdoors. It also found less than 10% of COVID-19 infections studied happened outside. Now, we asked some of you on Twitter if you still wear a mask when out in public. We found a pretty split number of responses. One person who said yes wrote, "I'm fully vaccinated and I still wear a mask out of consideration for others who aren't yet, so they don't have to worry if I'm vaccinated or not." Another viewer said, "Nope, had COVID in September and fully vaccinated since February. Will wear if required in business, but no longer in restaurants." Now, the president of the Duval County Medical Society said as of yesterday, 33% of the adult population in Jacksonville is fully vaccinated. We are standing by for when the president is set to make his announcement. Of course, we'll keep everyone posted. Live at Gateway, Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, that was a breaking story from Nia.
I've never felt
Uh-oh. Let's get it.
Clearly see the woman just shove the man down to the ground, knocking over his flower display. She grabs a bouquet and calmly walks off back towards her vehicle as bystanders called police.
But the good thing is that she got arrested, you know. She got what she deserved.
A short time later, Luis Rivera came by and recorded police arresting a 30-year-old Los Angeles woman.
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
He took another look at the alleged robbery with me. This 22-year-old LAX cargo worker from Compton explained why he's speaking out.
They're not harming anyone, you know. They're just minding their own business, trying to make a living the right way, the hard way too, you know. And for all this to be happening to them, it's pretty messed up, you know. It makes me sad, honestly.
Police released no additional details, simply saying, quote, "This was an unfortunate incident. No injuries were reported, and the female was placed under arrest on charges related to a robbery. There's no further information at this time." There are other reports saying that the bystander said the woman was having some type of, quote, mental health crisis. Police wouldn't talk about that. The flower vendor, 28-year-old man, Ernesto Francisco, not physically hurt. Friends are raising GoFundMe money for his medical expenses. Live in Inglewood, I'm Phil Schuman. Alex, Christine.
Phil, thank you.
If he not hurt, why he need to go from me? What? Hello. Hello. Nigga said check the email again. All right, y'all. This is from Nia. Yeah, well, I saw this story, but I missed it. I've been trying to get back to it. I saw this story, Nia. But I played your link instead. You know you got a commercial.
Taylor Colley was part of many of the events that are put on here in the Gaslamp Quarter. Her boss at McFarlane Promotions says that she was more than an employee, she was her person. The memorial grows where people stop to pay tribute to 29-year-old Taylor Colley, who died in a freak accident Sunday night while out on a date in the East Village.
Her dad called me
and told Laurel McFarlane, Taylor's boss, that she was killed. Police say around 7:45 Sunday night while Taylor was walking, a suicidal man jumped from a parking structure near 10th and J Street and landed on top of her. The man who jumped from the structure was later pronounced dead at a local hospital. Laurel says that Taylor was on a second date with a man that she met online. They'd gone to the zoo earlier that day and then out to dinner.
She was my person.
Laurel owns McFarlane Promotions, an event planning company where Taylor started as a shy intern 8 years ago and then found her voice and moved up to senior event manager.
I just encouraged her and pushed her and things she didn't always want to, but it was incredible to watch this young lady just blossom into this beautiful person.
This is how she left her desk, a framed picture of she and a friend, her rescue dog Stella that she adored, and a proud dog mom sign. Laurel says that Taylor grew up in San Diego, but she moved to Chicago for a short while before coming home last year to live with her dad to take care of him after his surgery.
It was just her and her dad. But it only takes one person to love you with all your heart.
Laurel says to stay positive during the pandemic, they took a moment each day to say what they were thankful and grateful for. Laurel shared Taylor's list that mentions her family, her friends, her rescue dogs, and her 30th birthday that she dubbed Dirty 30 that she would have celebrated in Temecula this weekend.
She just was loyal, and if you took care of her, she took care of her people.
And now her family and friends want to take care of Taylor's memory.
I just wanted people to know she was just an incredible person. It's kind of not just this tragedy is not define her.
Laurel hopes that she and her friends will celebrate Taylor's Dirty 30 in her honor.
I'm just trying to imagine that, but go ahead. We'll play this. Go ahead.
Leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Call the police!
Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Police! Call the police! Call the police! Call the police!
Whoa. What's going on? Oh, is he getting attacked? Whoa, leave him alone! Leave him alone! Oi, don't come! Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Call the police!
Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Leave him alone!
Police! Call the police! Call the police! Call the police!
Whoa. Get out of the road, man.
Call the police! Call the police!
Okay.
Call the police now, man.
You okay?
What happened? Call the police, man.
I'm calling the police.
Call the police.
That guy was punching. They were kicking. He was kicking him.
Hey, G! Why are you running?
He was crying.
Call the police! Call the police!
Call the
police! Call the police!
Someone got attacked in the road.
No, call the police now.
I'm calling the police.
Help me! Leicester Square now. Leicester Square.
Was you recording, bro?
Leicester Square now.
Yeah,
I've been robbed. I almost got murdered, man.
He was kicking him.
I almost got murdered.
The guy tried to. Please. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Don't worry.
Please.
Yeah. The head.
Go. I want to take the black cab home.
Okay, I'm just calling in, please.
What happened? My glasses.
The glasses?
My glasses. Find my
Can someone find his glasses?
Yeah. Leicester Square. Yes.
Which corner street?
The M&M.
M&M, okay, got it.
Yeah. Right now. Attempted murder.
No.
It's attempted murder.
Don't worry.
Yes, he's armed and dangerous. Yes. He was taking a knife.
He tried to stab?
Yes. Yeah, he tried to rob me. Please come.
They took something for you.
Are they coming, man?
I don't know. The guy I saw trying to grab his bike, the black guy.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later, man. I'll tell you later.
I tell you later, you on the phone now. What you got better to do? What you got better to do? Yeah, I'm just sorry. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. Look, y'all. Y'all don't realize. Nia says, you ever wonder what American officers will be like without guns? They get their butt kicked. That's what that. Yeah, that's what happened. They get their butt kicked now with the gun. I could imagine them without the gun. I thought Korean people knew karate. How you just let that man beat him up? And I'm sitting here making jokes. Somebody could try to steal my knee bite. I got my wasp spray though. And I usually carry a knife with me. So it ain't gonna be no easy go. Good news is the bike fast enough for me to get out of there. Mason give him a good kick, hop on the bike and go. That's the one good thing. Get out of there quick. Find a nearest hill and jump it. All right, this is old, but this guy look terrible. I gotta see this. This guy look like he out Skid Row.
President Joe Biden delivers his first.
This guy look like he just came off of Skid Row. I did serious.
For the very first time, the events that led up to the police-involved shooting that claimed the life of a man here in North Baltimore just 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's Baltimore.
News Jeff Hager joins us now with the
body-worn camera
images. Jeff.
Kelly, when an officer pulled up to check out a car tied to an earlier armed robbery outside the Rite Aid in the 6300 block of York Road, he spotted a man behind the wheel, and in less than a matter of 3 minutes, he and the suspect would engage in a struggle to the death.
He's in the car now. I'm about to approach him.
Officer Ryan Glass' body-worn camera and surveillance footage from the Rite Aid capture the moment the officer first encounters 24-year-old John Figgins, wanted for questioning in an armed robbery 3 weeks earlier.
You can step out the car, son.
Okay, 1 second though, buddy.
No.
Huh?
No.
Oh, no. I was putting my thing down, buddy.
Just unbuckle your seatbelt and get out the car.
After checking Figgins' person for weapons, the suspect becomes more agitated.
I'm not going anywhere, buddy. Why are you putting the cuffs on me? Oh, I would like to talk to the boss, though, buddy.
You want to talk to the boss?
Yes, sir.
When a radio transmission confirms Figgins should be taken into custody, things come to a head.
I'm wanted. For what, though? All right, I'm getting up for you, buddy.
You're moving too much for me, man.
Because I don't know what's going on, buddy.
I just told you.
Come on, buddy.
Stand up.
No, buddy.
At that point, Figgins lunges at the cop, knocking out his body camera as both of the men fell to the ground.
This is the suspect's firearm in his hand.
A second policeman, Officer Joel Hawk, arrives as the two men continue to wrestle for the gun just out of the camera's view when 3 shots rang out, fired from the 2 officers' service weapons, fatally wounding the suspect.
As you can see on the ground, 2 weapons. One is one of the officer's weapons, which at one point is wrestled from the officer, and the other weapon is the weapon from the suspect. What we want the public to see is what our officers go through. This was at 9:40 in the morning. We're not talking about a midnight shift. And you can see him reach underneath what we believe was underneath the seat to take the weapon. It's a very dangerous job, whether or not it's daytime or nighttime.
Figgins had addresses in both Philadelphia and Rosedale, and police believe he may have been driving the car in the parking lot of the Horseshoe Casino when someone jumped out of the passenger seat, and robbed a victim at gunpoint of a cell phone and cash. Meanwhile, tonight, both of the officers involved in the fatal shooting remain on routine administrative duty.
I am the Right Honorable Earl Grey.
I don't know how we missed that story. I don't know how we missed that story. Nia, when you see me go to the market, not the one I've been going to since we got the bike, but when I would go to the other market, that's 33rd Street. And I got a video where I'm riding down 33rd Street and I'm going the opposite direction. When you get up to, when it becomes York Road, it's a bad area all the way up until you get to Northern Parkway. When you get to Northern Parkway, you have a lot of businesses that cater to white people. When you cross Northern Parkway, it's almost like you in a different country. My next ride, we're going to go up that way, and I'm going to show you how we go from the slums, and then it transforms. And the further you go out, I'm going to have to watch the battery range, but the further you go out, the more beautiful it gets. But the problem is they got buses that go out there now. See, the buses allow the criminals to get on the bus and come out there and get you. Now more people have cars. Now they can come out there and get you. So even though it's considered a safe area, a nice area, they can come out there and get you. Before, couldn't nobody get out there. Like if you was to go out White Marsh, you was to go out York Road, you went out Cranbrook, you went out Charles Street, unless a minority was brought out there to work a job that nobody else wanted, that was the only time you saw somebody out there. That was the only time. But now, then hit everything in the city. Now they starting to move out to the outer areas, the good areas. Just like when we saw the Prince George's County. You know that there's always going to be some black folk in the county somewhere. There's always going to be some poor people in the county somewhere. There's always going to be some Mexicans in the county somewhere. There's always going to be some Honduras somewhere. You know, you can go, you can drive through 9 blocks of crap and then cross over a major road, and they won't go over that road unless they go into a store or something. They won't cross over that road. They'll stay on that side because it's better policed over there. So that's why I say, but I'll show you. We can, they've been working on the road. And the last time I rode the bike there, they only had 1 lane. And remember, that bike was only going 8 or 9 miles per hour. And I was on the road and the people was behind me blowing. I don't know if you remember that day. Remember that day we rode up to the Popeyes? My first bike ride, we stayed on Old York Road, and then we turned at 41st. If I would have stayed straight, it would have brought us out by that Popeyes. We never went inside that Popeyes. It was too many hooligans in there. That's why I didn't go. The place was packed. And that's why I didn't go. But we actually we're gonna ride up York Road. And I'm gonna let y'all see how it go from crap to beautiful. But I think if we shoot straight up, hit Greenmount, and take Greenmount up, because if you remember the night I took y'all by the jail, you saw how run down the areas was. And the projects was coming up. But I made the right by the jail. If I'd have kept straight and then went up, I could have took y'all through the projects. And hopefully I'd have came out of there. That's why I say the one thing I noticed in Baltimore anyway, I can only speak for where I live at. You got crap, decent, good, and somehow crap get thrown in there again. And then you cross a major road and then you good. But that's the way it's set up. I think what happened is that they put row houses up in apartments among the big houses. The crime come in, and I'm gonna say it, the white folk move further out. And then those big houses become apartments. Or they knock them down and put up apartments. As the white people keep moving further out to get away from the hooligans then take over the area. And that's how you get a hood. But the businesses still be there. But now the businesses are more dangerous. A gas station not gonna move because the white folk moved. A McDonald's, a Popeyes, a restaurant is not gonna move because they know the people will come back, hit the restaurant, and then leave. They'll hit the drive-through and then leave. You know, it's actually a Ford car dealership. And like I said, the neighborhood, it didn't go totally bad. But if you look on the other side, it's crazy. If you go inside of York Road, where the white folks be at, it's beautiful right there. I think I was on the bike and I think I rode through when I rode by the hospital. You see how beautiful the houses are. You know, and then you come back off the York Road and then cross it and you go, what the hell happened? Am I in the Twilight Zone? But that's the way Baltimore is set up. Like, if I had 2 spare batteries, I would go to the west side and I would show y'all the Jewish community. And the Jewish people got that area on lockdown, but it's black and whites mixed in. And I could tell you, we could go into these little cul-de-sacs and you would see mansions. And then you see apartments like 3 blocks away. How you go from apartments to mansions? You know what I mean? How do you go from apartments? And I remember I went and picked this black lady up. I said, ma'am, you must be rich. She said, no, I'm the maid. I said, oh, Oh. He said, yeah, them Jews own that property. I went back there. It was just a cul-de-sac, and it had 4 houses. And those 4 houses were so beautiful. You know what I mean? And it was like almost like wooded. But then you come out on Park Heights Avenue and you see I'm like, something about North Avenue. Not North Avenue, Northern Parkway. Northern Parkway seems to divide. I don't know why. But if you follow Northern Parkway seems to divide. I don't understand it. It just seems to be like a dividing line. It's like, you can see apartments and, the guys delivering pizzas get robbed and, you know what I mean? And then you turn around and there's beautiful houses. And then you look and then you see row houses. That's the houses stuck together. And you see beautiful row houses. That's why I said it's just, you can have a bad area and then have a great area and then have a decent area and then have a beautiful area. But you could walk around with $100 bill in your hand, nobody mess with you. It's crazy like that. It's crazy like that. And that's why I kept saying, that's Prince George's County? I told y'all I never been there. And I was like, look at all them, I was thinking all them black people hanging out on the street. They out there, but you see, they not where the rich folk is. Because the police wouldn't let them sit out there like that. So they must have their own area. Like you got a Chinatown and Greek Town. So they must have that area. Where they the blemish. Everybody on this side in a big fancy house living it up, and then, that's why I said, I remember when I went to Michigan, the man lived on a lake. It was houses surrounding the lake. It was either Sanford or Saginaw. Anybody know anything about Michigan? I believe it was Sanford. He had a house on the lake, beautiful house. And you walk outside and you walk like 100 feet, you can go jump in the lake. But it's Michigan, it's always cold. They had snow and it was frozen, but could have went and jumped in the lake. But then you think about Detroit and think about all them rundown houses. But I was watching the Shay Show and it was amazing. They were showing where Berry Gordy used to live and where all the celebrities had lived in Detroit. And it was such big, beautiful houses. But then you would see on one side of the street, the houses looked beautiful, like mansions. On the other side of the street, they were gutted out. You were like, huh? And it's amazing how you could go 3 blocks and see crap and then see nice stuff, and then go 2 blocks and see crap and then see nice stuff. It's just amazing. It is literally amazing. It's just amazing. I'm waiting for the next stimulus or to sell some of these bikes. If somebody buy one, and I wanted to get a spare battery. And so we can really go. You know, we can get a spare battery. We can really go. And I wanted to take y'all into the hood. And wanted you to see how you could see alleys. And houses just empty and boarded up. And junkies living in there. And you can go 2 blocks over and you'll see the same houses, but yet it'll be clean. People are well-mannered. It's like, what? How you go 2 blocks over? Seriously, it's amazing. That's how it is up north. I know people that's down south, y'all are spread out or whatever, but it's amazing how you could just go 2 blocks in any direction. And I mean, you can see places that got the roof hanging off and the doors wide open and the windows wide open. And then at the other end of the block, you see people that take care of their houses. It's like, what? Seriously. It's like, you live here? You know, there's the same thing when I was watching the Shay Show. He was talking about somebody wanted him to buy a house. And he was like, this road really don't go nowhere. Most of the houses are gone. It's weeds. And if you live here, you a sitting duck. Because it's not another house for like 300 feet in any direction. You be a sitting duck sitting there. Anybody come do anything to you, and they can throw you in the weeds. The weeds is like 14 feet high. Who gonna look for you? I just say, who gonna look for you? Yeah, you can get this house for $1,000. Shoot, I wouldn't live there. I feel sorry for the kids in them areas because they could be walking home from school and somebody can just jump out the weeds and grab them and drag them into one of them abandoned houses and do anything they want to do to them. Who's going to find them? Who's going to find them? So, York Road, once you get past the Wendy's, if you want to do a Google search, once you get past the Wendy's, it improves. Once you get past the Wendy's, it improves. But like I say, it's good areas around it. It's actually good areas around it. But like I said, just because you in a good area, that don't mean that somebody ain't selling drugs and then move from the deep hood out there because they want their kids to go to a decent school. But they still criminals. You know what they say, wolf in sheep clothing. Hold on, somebody rang my bell. Hold on a second, let me put a song on. Somebody rang my bell. Play that. Everybody back up.
Yeah, this for Darryl Snare, you know. I said, now you know. The one-man show, the human orchestra. Bo Dark's in the house, and I'm feeling down, yo. So let me just get to it. I'm feeling down as I write this song. I'm confused. I don't know where I belong. It's like I'm stuck in between generations. I never fit in. Yo, it's frustrating. I'm a lone wolf standing alone. Always going to an attack because I don't get high. You think I'm whack, you think I'm a punk because I don't get drunk. I'm considered weak because I don't run the street. I reject because I treat people with respect. I jump because I don't stop my problem on society. Or blame the man for not hiring me. Or my parents for not being rich enough for not being there. Sorry, life's too short to feel sorry for myself. I want to change the world, not blame the world. Misery, love company. I don't want to lose it to come for me. The thug life is a new slavery. Men killing men, women having that's the they do. Girls fighting over guys that ain't trying to do nothing to get a job. I pass you every day, bumming on the corners. Around the way, I'm feeling down, because nothing ever goes right. This is the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, like the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, but the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, but the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. Night after night, I talk with all my might. But in other words, I keep chasing skirts and I get hurt, but undaunted. I keep looking day after day. I keep looking for the special way. She's out there somewhere lurking, and I keep returning on the tongue. But in the end, I always get harmed or taken for granted. But I take it fast or slow. I realize now that all women are hoes. Money grabbing, backstabbing, useless, unappreciative, lazy with two or more kids. Take, never one to get. I'm feeling down. Nothing ever goes right. Night after night, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, but the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, but the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I'm feeling the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I power all my might, but the future was light. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I'm not old. Stop telling me that. I'm not dumb enough to fall into the trap of praising criminals in my raps. I must care about what's sells. That's a cop out. You can't sacrifice your morals. That's selling out. And selling out is what hip hop is all about. And if you hustle, then you cheat. If you steal, then you cheat. You see, if you have to cheat to make it on the streets, then your butt is weak. You're sorry, a scrub, a loser, a bump. And if you're locked up to that, and if you look up to that, then you're dumb. You won't make the effort to do right. But you hang out on the corner all night living in fear. But you can't show a big money, but you blow it on fast cars and loose girls who couldn't care less about you. And the boys in your crew couldn't care less. If you died tomorrow, I don't feel your sorrow. Don't feel it down, yo, because nothing like ever goes right. Come on, my mic. But the future looks like down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story. What you gonna do? Night, I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I saw it all my mic. But the future was like, I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story. Night after night. I'm feeling down, yo. Nothing like ever goes right. I saw it all my mic. But the future was like. Still down, yo, nothing like ever goes right. It's the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo, nothing like ever goes right. I thought was all my mic, but the future looks like I'm feeling down, yo, nothing like ever goes
now
right.
You
it's
know.
the same old story, night after night. I'm feeling down, yo, nothing like ever goes right. I thought was all my mic, but the future looks like I'm feeling down, yo, nothing like ever goes right. I feel the same old story, night after night. I don't hate the player, I don't care for the game. I'm just trying to understand, you know, I'm an outsider looking and I grew up sheltered. And a different world, I'm stuck in the middle. Too much attitude to be a wallflower, too much sense to be a slug. I can't be the only one out there. Can I? Can I be the only one out there, you suckers?
Sometimes up, sometimes down. Sometimes you feel level to the ground.
Yo, sucker.
My great granny used to say that all the time.
You know.
Sometimes up, sometimes down. Sometimes you feel level to the ground. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go put this stuff up real quick and take a picture. So let me play a song for y'all. I'm out of breath. Hold on.
Yes. You're bragging. Hey, put your pants on your head. Then when you get out, you wanna ride? Sorry, clown. Leave the hoes alone. Leave the streets alone. Then think about picking up that microphone because you fuck.
Whew. I hope this bomb phone don't lose them. Let me hurry up. Yeah, I only got 3 of them. Oh man, that was a mistake. Uh-oh. That's the shower curtain. All right, y'all can see that. All right, so nothing. I just put them over top of the old ones. What do y'all think? Hello? Yeah, what do you think, Nia? Now I think I need some black towel. Where you got the brown? Brown don't look right. I wonder if I can get some custom made towels. What do y'all think? Alrighty. I wasn't expecting them to come till next week. At least we got something early. I'm using the phone for the monitor chat and the send links and stuff. So I'm not gonna be able. But, that's definitely something different. That's definitely something different. That's definitely something different. Now them towels look out of place now. Yeah, them towels look out of place now. I might have to take them down. I might get a rack and put them in the kitchen. That it looks kind of tacky. Them towels look kind of tacky. All of them the same except for the one that's on the toilet seat. I made that one different. I haven't heard anything from the seller. I wonder if we sold something. Well, we got an opportunity. Why not? Bring me back here. This is the bike I have right now. They have two versions. One is called the Standard. You can see he was asking $12.99. I talked him down to $10.99 and then talked him into giving me a coupon code. Let me pull it up real quick. We had to go. See, you hit buy now. You know, you fill the information out. I'm waiting on the Obama phone to catch up. Wait a minute, something not right. How come the whole thing not showing up? Why ain't the whole screen showing up? Wait a minute, y'all, something ain't right. I hope all the videos ain't been like this. It sure ain't. Oh Lord, y'all been watching half a screen. Y'all been watching half a screen the whole day. Oh my goodness. If y'all look, it's $1,099. If you put my code in and hit apply, you can see the price drops to $949. Some of y'all will say, well, $949, that's kind of high. No, it's not. $949 is not high. Because if we go up here and type in and we go to shopping, I love how I typed it in and it's not popping up. I just love how I typed that in and it didn't pop up. How did it not pop up? And I'm supposed to believe this though, right? See, I didn't ask all that. All I asked for Electric XP. You giving me stuff I didn't ask for. I just asked you for the Electric XP. That's all I asked you for. There we go. Now, that's the Aventon. No suspension posts, no rear shocks, but they give you front forks. They give you front forks. They want $1,600. No rear suspension. Pretty bike though. This is electric XP right here. You see it's $899. You see it has no suspension at all. Bikes look very similar. Very similar. It don't have suspension. At all. No kind of suspension. And they tell themselves, we're going to take half the air out the tires, and that's going to make the ride smoother. But it's the exact same thing. There's the rack. It's the exact same thing. Key at the bottom. It's the exact same thing. Even the same display. But it don't have suspension. And what tripped me out is look. They want you to they dropped the price to $89. So just to pay for the suspension seat post, you got to pay $89. Just to get the suspension seat post, you got to pay $89. So y'all saw that that's $899. I can get you this bike for $949. $50 difference. There's the seat post suspension right there. You had to pay $90 to get that on your you pay $50. You get the front suspension and you get the suspension seat post for $50. Electric XP wants you to pay $90 for you to get the suspension seat post only. This come with it. How's that a no? How's that's a no-brainer? For $50, you get the suspension seat post and you get front shocks for $50. It's a $50 difference. They come included. You have to buy them separately. Just to get shocks put on the front is going to run you. Even if you know what you're doing, you still going to spend $200 on these forks. Then you got to buy spacers. Because you saw how it looked. They were straight down. See how the forks, they wider. So you're going to have to pay somebody to widen out. Man, nah. Just go ahead and buy it. $50. That's the only difference. $50. If we can sell 10 of these, or we can sell 5 of these, and can sell 5 of these, they'll send me one to review. Now this is a bad mama jama right here. I don't care what nobody say. That's a bad mama jama right there. I kid you not. That's a bad mama jama right there. That's the Pedelec GS9. That bike is beautiful. And you can see it got the shock. So instead of it being on the seat, it's actually right there. You got your front shock in the front. You got 27.5-inch tires. You got hydraulic brakes. You have a 8-speed shifter, and it's not the Mickey Mouse joint. It's the good Shimano. You got a 48-volt, 13-amp-hour battery in the tube. 500-watt motor. Like I said, color display. How could you not want that? If I had the money, I would have got it. But hold on a sec. Go to buy now. Y'all see it's $16.99. That's a premium bike. Yeah. And that's not for the cheaps. Isn't it? Is that the same one? Okay. Now, you can look on the video. I got the codes for both. Paste my code in, and it go from $16.99 to $12.99. $400 off with my code. You can get that premium bike for $12.99. My code gets you $400 off. Now, like I said, that's only for those that can afford it. That's a nice bike. And that's the Pedelec G S9. That's the code. That's my code to get you $400 off. This is the link if anybody considering it. So my birthday coming up. There's the link to take you right there. Oops. That's just a nice e-bike. Hold on. Now, if somebody interested in getting the one I got for $949, oops. We don't link first. Hold on. There's the link. And here's the coupon code. All right. Oops, wrong button. That guy doesn't have a bike either. That's why he keeps showing the pictures off the daggone website. Now, this is the bike that I have. The one I can definitely tell you about. That's the wrong bike. That says that was the wrong bike. That wasn't the same bike. That's music. It's a commercial?
Hello, this is Minister Brother Derek here.
How I get a commercial on that?
We also have Brother Derek's review channel. If y'all want to see more information on this bike, this is the Pastelette PX5.
That bike is huge.
And I'm telling y'all, this thing is hot. First off, look at the 20-inch fat tires. Look at the 20-inch fat tires.
Yeah, look at Bessie sit there.
These are like riding on pillows. And then when you add in this suspension, this makes it the electric XP killer. And then we got a suspension seat post. Look at it. Look how I can't put enough weight on it. Well, look how it's rocking up and down. It's like being on pillows. I'm telling you, this is the shot. You get a rack, you get fenders. Look at the motor. Now this says this is only a 500 watt motor. I'm telling you, this thing carried my 280 pounds of steep grades. This is my EB1, the bike I had before. Look at the motor on it. Look at
A little teeny motor.
Okay.
It took us around though, I guess.
And then look at this motor.
God, look at that.
Look at the size of it. This is more than 500 watts. I believe it's 750. Cause this thing took me up hills at blazing speed. I be on this thing pedaling like I don't know what. But this one here, I'm going up and down all my hills. Yesterday I rode around for 3 hours. The video is up on Brother Derek's Review and on. I'm telling you, get this bike. Get this bike. It's worth it. Just to get the suspension and everything else. They got the same computer. It's a little smaller, but it has the same computer as the electric XP. I can't really say it was small because I've never seen the XP in real life. I've only seen it in the videos. You can set your pedal assist levels. You got the same Mickey Mouse Shimano gearing system that you have on the XP. It folds. You lift this latch up and take this off, and the bike opens up, and you can put the stem down. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I took it out yesterday for 3 hours and didn't even kill it halfway. The battery management system and the pedal assist is crazy. The pedal assist is crazy. I got it set. You can go into the if you hold down the plus, I'm sorry, that mouse in the way. If you hold down the plus and the minus, you can go into the settings, and I put it on 45 kilometers is 28 miles per hour. Got to put it, if you want the 28, you got to put it on that. Anything above 45 is going to default back to 20 miles per hour. So if you want the speed, you got to do it. Matter of fact, I'll show you. This daggone mount is in the way. Hold on. You hold down the minus and plus button. See it says PO? You press the mode button, the one in the middle, and you take it up to 8. And see, I got it on.
I know I pressed the back button.
I got it on POA 8. I got
pressed
it on
it twice.
45.
Computer wants to get tired. Whew. What'd you say, Naya? Oh, nose. Well, I decided to try to push the 2 bikes. I told you if we can sell 10 of them, it don't matter what combination. If we can sell 10 of them, he'll send the GS9. We haven't killed the battery for this bike. That bike is not a foldable. It's not as heavy as the bike I got now. So not only does it have a bigger battery, it's lighter. That means more range. We really be flying around. Like I said, I'm satisfied with the one I got. But like I said, it give me something else to review. I was hoping, the people would step it up. Somebody would get one, get a couple. I don't. I told you if we sell 10 of them, no matter what combination, he'll send us a GS9 to review. The GS9 was the first bike that I showed, the mountain bike. We do the review, and then I think he said, if we sell 10 more, I think he said if we sell any more, I'll get a slight commission. And if we can sell 10 more, if we can sell 20, he'll send a third bike for me to review. And before you know it, hopefully I can review them all. I don't need them all, but I can review them all. And then hopefully the other companies will notice and they'll start sending me stuff to review. You say, have I solicited the cycling bike communities? Nia says you'll need to infiltrate their community and introduce yourself. Well, electricbike.com has a website. Maybe I should join it and go on there and advertise. I know it's a lot of people that got I was hoping the name would have power. I was hoping that the name would have power and that, I could piggyback off the name, but it doesn't seem to be that way. Like, this person got 56,000 views, but he foreign. Another foreigner, they got 2.4. But look here, this foreigner only got 82 views. This person only got 38 views, so I beat him. This person got 4.2 thousand views. This person had this up for a month. He only got 727. This guy, Vijay, he got 1.4. Vijay again, 1.2. I'm trying to get to his level. But then you got somebody else. He previewing 2 different bikes. He only got 481 views 4 months ago. This person posted this 3 days ago. He only got 9 views. I think I gave him 2 of them. This person 5 days ago got 29 views. The installation, this is from the company. They got 1.4K. Oh my goodness, I only got 2 views. I did this I did this before I did the second one and then did this show. Damn, we only got 2 views. Man. That's depressing. And I did this one second. See, 4 hours ago. We only got 2 views. Oh man, that's bad. Here I am again. 5 views. That's a different bike. They got 952. This person, oh, that's a different bike. Oh, then that's EBR. ElectricBikeReview.com. That's what I meant to say. I probably need to go on there and advertise. This is the original. It's called the Standard. I don't have that one. 2 months ago. Dang, it's depressing. He only got 811 for that one. That one got 472. That's from the company. You got 1,000 on that one. 273. There go my boy Micah. Wish I could hook up with him. But this is from the company 4 months ago. It only got 148 views. That's why I say you don't know how people on YouTube gonna react. 2 months ago, they only got 805 views. This the guy who we saw who had all them views. He only got 685 on that one. That's why I say you don't know. That's from the company. They got 2.5K. I don't know who this dude is, but he got 340 views, and he's from the UK. So he got all of Europe. And people understand English. Here's that guy Vaji again. I would love to be him, boy. That's electric. This is from the company 6 months ago. That's the G9, the old version. The old version. He only got 431 views. This from the company also 2 weeks ago. They only got 127. This person got 37 views 4 months ago. So that's what I say. And here's the guy VG again. He only got 270 a week ago. Depends. This person did the Yami. Another version of the same type of bike. He got 79,000. Here's the guy Vaji again 2 months ago with 1,000. There he is with 833. The company put out the G9. I'm trying to sell the new version, the GS9. He only got 59 views. Somebody got 50 views a month ago. Somebody got 63. This person got, dang, the same bike. Can't count the same bike. Look at this person a week ago. He only got 4 views. See, his problem is his picture. He might shouldn't have shown that picture. Don't nobody want the controller right there under that crotch. That's not a good place for it. They should have put it down. And right there in between the tire and the post. That's where that controller should have went. People see that picture and keep right on going. And people like to hop off the bike. You hop off that bike, you're going to damage the controller. Nia says, yes, check TikTok and others. Nia said, you'll need to put in legwork. City fellows use the bikes to commute. Nia said, I send a video. Infiltrate chat. It's not depressing. The audience isn't there yet. But, you know, we all got to start somewhere. I mean, you know. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a mistake. Don't do that. Nia sent a link. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are my videos showing up for the bike that I got? Are my videos showing up in the rhythm? Wait a minute. There I go. We only got 20 views. Oh. That's the video we did earlier. Oh, well, we got 32 views. I don't know why that's saying 20. Trying to be smart. None of my other videos made it. All right, hold on. Here's one. Yeah, we only got 2 views. Well, we got 8. That's depressing. 5 hours ago. That's depressing. Well, maybe not. This person got 1 view 2 days ago. So I guess it could be worse. This person doing a return, he only got 1 view. So, oh my God. This person, no views in 6 hours. It could be worse, couldn't it? It could be worse. It could be worse. Oh, yeah, it could be worse. There I am. So we got 29, 52, 5, 22. Well, we got 142 for this one there. We got 186 for that one. That's it. Wait a minute. We got 107 for that one. So wait a minute, we ain't doing that bad. We got 115 for that one. Wait a minute now, we ain't doing that bad now. Hold the precedent, Nelly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We ain't doing that bad. We ain't doing great, but we ain't doing that bad. Let me check out Nia's link. Where is it? You know, we ain't hitting no home runs, but we ain't striking out. You know, we doing a little something. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? All right, so not bad. And keep going.
We start with a developing story that we've been following all morning, an officer-involved shooting in Southwest Houston. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. Investigators tell us this all started with a traffic stop that turned into a short pursuit and then led to a foot chase along Bonham Road and Harwin Drive. They say that is when the suspect opened fire. KPRC2's Brandon Walker live in Southwest Houston with what we're learning since your last report, Brandon.
Hey, good morning, Lisa. Much of officers' attention right now has been on these two stores. This is where the shooting took place this morning. Right now, officers speaking to store owners, presumably looking for surveillance video about what they say happened here earlier this morning.
We did recover the suspect's pistol.
First Light Tuesday, a first look at holes for the bullets that pierced windows. Also, HPD detectives talking with store owners, stumped by what they see. Evidence here and there of the shootout police say happened this morning at 3:30. That's when police say a 19-year-old man driving this gold Ford Taurus got out of his car.
Runs on foot. Our officer gives chase. At some point, the suspect fires at our officer. Our officer returns fire, strike the suspect at least one time in the leg.
Houston Police Chief Troy Finner says the man will be okay. He was rushed to the hospital. The officer was not hurt.
The suspect is a white male, 19 years old. Our officer is an Asian male, 6 years of service.
How'd this start? Police say that same officer first spotted the car leaving this car wash on the 9400 block of Harwin.
The vehicle left the parking lot with no lights on and a high rate of speed.
Chief Finner says the officer followed, tried to initiate a traffic stop, bringing them to Harwin and Bonham where the shooting occurred. Chief Finner says the officer's body-worn camera was recording, and while we're talking body cams.
Mayor has announced a press conference Thursday. And we'll get all that information to you, but I think our community will be pleased with what's coming.
Chief Finner, they're touching on calls for policy change within HPD. This after the mayor's task force last year had some 100 or some odd recommendations, and there are questions from critics of policing reform calling for the when here. Chief Finner saying that that will take place Thursday. Turner last week only saying that it'll take place this week. No details on that, but you can make the assumption that something will be involved with the release of body-worn cameras, a sticking point here among advocates for policing reform. The person who was shot in the hospital, his name has not been released. Live on the Southwest Side, I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Brandon,
It was made into one of the greatest horror movies.
With all that stuff going on in there.
Hi, welcome to.
With all that stuff going on. "22 minutes ago, breaking news.
Police
breaking
need
news.
help finding this person. They say kicked a 76-year-old man in the stomach last week in Queens. Police say he was crossing Queens Boulevard near 71st Avenue and Forest Hills just before 7:30 Friday evening, then kicked the man in his stomach, causing him to fall and hit his head on the ground. The man had cuts on his head and hand but refused medical attention. Anyone with any information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. The phone number is 1-800-577-TIPS. Katie Johnston for CBSN New York.
You just couldn't go long enough for me, could you? I don't even know. I'll let it play. I know Snazzy said if he send me one more link, I'm gonna choke him. Actually, we won't have to let it play. Just let it back out. Let's back out.
David Navarro.
Let's back
Police
out.
need help finding.
Story's getting weirder and weirder.
Year-old Sage Curry arrested yesterday and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and admitted to following at least climbing through the bedroom window before stabbing the 2 women inside to death. Neighbors tell us the victims are a mother and a daughter. Police say Curry admitted to finding the sharpest kitchen knife he could before stabbing one of the women in the neck and face, rolled the women off the couch in an effort. Who says the family, because of Marcy's situation, is just
to talk to volunteer, and I heard them calling up to the others that they had a family member here, and she looked.
Side is going to have new details. Good morning.
I didn't ask
Police
him.
David's
I said hi. All right, y'all. I'm getting tired. It's 2 o'clock. I don't know what's going on with the stream. Alrighty, y'all. Let me get out of here. As Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, I'll see y'all later on or tomorrow. I'll put out a lot of content today. Y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all. Take it easy and have a blessed day, a good, productive day. Peace, everybody. We out. All right, y'all. We out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace, everybody. Much love. We out.